What do you know so far about their defense and how they've been struggling a little bit lately?
You know, I think schematically they're pretty good, and they present some problems. They've given up a couple of big plays, and it seems like each game, and that's been a problem for them. But those kids play hard. They're in a lot of games. Sounds familiar, but they're in a lot of games, especially early on as it goes into the first half, and you can see that the kids will play hard, and they play a scheme that's you got to prepare for.
And then how's your side doing there? How's the confidence going into this game?
You know, I think the approach has been good. The kids have been back to work. We try to take it a day at a time. Obviously, I think confidence built from guys making a play and execution, and so we got to do that more to continue to build that. Leaning on some of the older leaders, the few we got, and then you know, we just got to go have confidence in preparation. The kids practice well, and we got to go play well.
And I guess kind of ended it there. The last game against Arizona State, where you guys kind of came out in the second. You started good in the first half, but came out kind of flat in the second half. Do you feel you could kind of correct that this time around and not have the turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, you go emphasize it. I think a little bit of the momentum totally changed in that second half, and we needed a spark, get creative by having some success. You know, in regards to a guy making a play here or there, conversion on a third down to change that momentum. This league is going to have some back and forth, and we got to be able to endure some of the back and forth and get back at it.
Coach, how do you think Jake performed from first half to second half?
You know, I thought he battled pretty hard. I thought he could have had a couple of throws in the first half, and then a couple of throws I thought guys needed to come down with the ball for him. I think in the second half, third quarter, same scenario. In the fourth quarter, he made some errors, and it definitely hurt us. No one works harder than that kid, and nothing. You know, the way it means to him, he wants it bad, and you know, he forced a couple of balls that obviously he'd love to have back.
You played from behind a lot this year. Is there anything to gain from this game? Although, I mean, a loss is never good. Is there anything to gain experience-wise from playing with the lead until losing it in the end?
I think there's always some to gain from every experience. You know, I think the back and forth, like the momentum swings in that game, there's some learning. That's college football nowadays. There's going to be some back and forth. But if we're not learning from every experience, positive or negative, we got problems. And so we should be learning from last Saturday.
Did Arizona State on defense show you guys something different in the second half, where they weren't able to get to Jake in the first half, bringing down first half? They got to
Not a ton, to be honest with you. I think in the first half we were winning some of those matchups in protection, and in the second half we were not. That's how the tape played out. So they say the only really difference, and you get in later in the fourth quarter when it got to a point where you needed to really move the ball, they called a little bit more third down thought on first down. That was really the only difference.
How do you kind of get? I guess how do you kind of motivate the players to maybe like on the offensive line and whatnot to win those one-on-ones throughout the entire game, or stay locked in throughout the entire game?
Well, yeah, I think the kids are motivated and they're working hard. I think it is 11-man football when it comes to protection, and so those guys, they were good at pass rush, and so those guys need to win some one-on-one matchups for a little bit longer. But also we got to create some separation a little bit quicker. The quarterback needs to get the ball out on time, and so it's 11-man effort when it comes to that.
Were you dialing up more deep shots against Arizona State? Was that a concerted effort?
Early in the game, yeah, we wanted to stretch it and let them know that we were going to try to take a couple of those shots, and we hit a couple of them, and that was the plan going in a little bit, to throw it more than we had in the past.
Can you talk about Marvin Hall and his role in that capacity of trying to stretch the field?
Yeah, Mark, had the big hit early in the first quarter. The guy can run, and he made a play there. We were happy with that. Took another shot with him down the field later in the half that we missed on. But he can stretch the field. He's a vertical threat.
How good a thrower